Hi, so this video is on the microcosmic orbit. Now when we're nicely balanced inside, energetically, what tends to happen is that the intelligence of the different organs inside us naturally pulls us out to what we need. So we end up creating the reality around us which matches our internal balance. So for example, your heart would naturally draw out to connect with people. Your stomach naturally makes you reach out in order to eat the food that resources you. Your liver naturally gives you the ability and allows you to assert in life. Your kidneys naturally create the ability to come back inside. And then your lungs naturally create this ability in order to get inspired. So we end up building the circumstances around us that keep us balanced, if you like. Each organ brings its intelligence to the fore, and then you, by instinct, go out there and do what you need to do to match that internal balance. It's a bit like how within the yearly cycle you've got different seasons. So within 1 year, we've got these different seasons that all come together in order to create a whole, a balanced whole. So obviously that's when we're in balance. And you could see it maybe in a child. A child gets up in the morning, got a natural volition to move out into the world, to play with things, to do things, to connect with people, to eat, and then to rest. So this internal balance creates the external reality, what you need. Obviously, what tends to happen as we get a little bit older is that different organs get stressed, and also different organs can also get a little bit toxic. So this starts to skew the pattern of what we actually reach out for around us. Because what happens, let's say your liver's become overstressed, then it starts to create an excessive amount of stuff that you need to do. It's like constantly going on at you. I've got to do this, this, this and this. And maybe your stomach energy ends up becoming really depleted, so then you don't really feel like you can stomach your food anymore. Maybe your kidney energy gets stressed, and you find it really hard to rest properly. So we end up in this situation where what we reach out for then around us isn't coming from a balanced place. It's not coming from the balanced place of our organs inside of us. So I'm going to teach you a little exercise which enables you to internally balance your yin and yang, if you like. So our first division of balance from being as one with the universe is our ability to go out and then come back in. So that's the first sort of level of movement. Our first instinct, if you like, of how to manage our energy is on a very simple level, is when do we want to move out into the world and do, and then when do we kind of want to return back inside and rest. And the idea would be, by doing all these kind of internal alchemy practices, and also by doing things like acupuncture and yoga, it all starts then to change your perception, which brings you back more to a balanced instinct of what to reach out around you. So we'll start with this microcosmic orbit. So in the body, you've got a channel which runs right up your back. So from the base of the spine up to the top of the head, it's called the Do channel. And then down the front of the body, we've got the Ren channel. And if you want to think of it like this, you could think of the channel that runs up your back as being responsible for your yang, your ability to move out into the world. And then this channel which comes down the front is your yin channel, which is responsible then for drawing you back in. So when we're balanced, like I was saying in life, we naturally reach out and we naturally come inside. So if we can reinitiate that balance cycle inside us, and hopefully that's what we'll start creating around us a little bit more. And we do this exercise through tracing our attention and our awareness around these two channels. So we're going to trace our attention, our awareness, all the way up the spine, up to the top of the head. And then we're going to trace our awareness and attention all the way back down the front. Now, the reason why exercises like this are effective is because your attention itself has got power. So if you think for a moment, when someone puts their attention on you, you feel it. You're standing in the supermarket queue and, all of a sudden you turn around and you notice it's because someone's looking at you. So people touch you with their attention. And you can also touch your own body with your attention. So when you put your attention in your body, it's actually got a potency to it. And it can start to energetically clear obstructions. You know, it's a bit like you create focus, you put your focus, your attention on something, and it can break up levels of density where things have got stuck on a subtle level. So by tracing our attention around these two channels, these two meridian channels, it will actually start to clear those channels and kind of reinitiate your more balanced cycle of yin and yang. Okay, so in order to create this circuit all the way around, we actually need to push our tongue behind our teeth in the roof of our mouth. So if you just want to practice that for a second, so just push your tongue behind your teeth in the roof of your mouth. And as you can see, that creates a circuit all the way around. And then just get yourself nice and comfortable. So you want to be sitting with a nice straight spine, and just bring your attention to your connection to the earth. And we just want to be as much sinking into the earth as we also want to work with the awareness that we're getting pulled up towards the sky. So the crown of your head is reaching up towards the collective consciousness to grow towards the light of what's above you. And your sitting bones are solidly anchored underneath you. So gravity is solidly pulling you down to the earth to root you. And then at the same time, the crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky above. And then just bring your attention down to the base of the spine. And as you breathe in, just trace this line all the way up your back, up to the crown of the head. And then as you breathe out, you just draw your attention straight down the front of the body, over the forehead, the nose, over the bridge where your tongue's behind your teeth and the roof of your mouth, over your neck, your chest, your abdomen, lower abdomen, all the way back down again to the base of the spine. So again, as you breathe in, trace your attention all the way up your back, up to the crown of the head. And then as you breathe out, bring your awareness in a line all the way down the front of the body. Now what's essential is don't get lost in your imagination. It's not an abstract exercise. It's an actual exercise of putting your attention in your body. Because like I said, it's the attention and the focus actually within your physiology that starts to affect the change. So again, really feel the base of the spine. As you breathe in, see if you can literally walk your mind and awareness up your spine, up to the crown of the head. And then as you breathe out, literally trace your attention over your forehead, your nose, over the bridge where your tongue's behind your teeth and the roof of your mouth, down over your neck, chest, abdomen, lower abdomen, and back down again to the base of the spine. So I'm just going to, obviously you can pause this and do the exercise for as long as you want. I'm just going to sink into it myself for a few seconds. Okay, good. So this exercise is a Taoist exercise. So if you're interested in things like this, you can go out there, get books on Taoism. Really good book by a guy called Daniel Reed, Health, Sex and Longevity. Also anything by the Barefoot Doctor. He tended to present Taoist principles in a much more kind of fun, accessible, modern way. And you can practice it daily, and you can also practice it when you're feeling like you're getting pulled off your centre. So maybe when you feel like you're starting to overdo it and you're feeling a bit frazzled, there's too much stimulation going on around you, just do that, just trace that loop around you, and it'll just remind you that as much as going out into the world, you also need to come back inside. And it will also just generally build your vibration, raise your vibration, increase your level of presence, if you like, and your aura, cleans your aura up, so it'll give you a nicer presence whenever you practice this exercise. So give it a go, and yeah, all the best. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.